Welcome, friend. Welcome to today's session. Another session on the book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. In last week, we know about lots of things, how different techniques and how by you applying those things in our daily life we can heal ourselves, because everything depends on how, the way you are holding and the thoughts in your mind and how it affects you on daily basis. Sometimes we do the things which are recorded in our subconscious mind and we are not aware of it. But Joseph Murphy is, through this book, he is opening a new door for us where we can see all the things from another perspective, from the perspective where I can see that how I can replace my own thoughts about myself and others, and I can cure anything. Doesn't matter it is a disease or it is any kind of the things I'm thinking I'm lacking in. So Vani ji is going to read the chapter for us. Please, Vani ji, platform is all yours. Thank you.
Thanks, Monica ji. I will continue with the topic, the tendency of the subconscious is life word. So let me start off with the reading. Over 90% of your mental life is subconscious. If you fail to make use of this marvelous power, you condemn yourself to live within very narrow limits. Your subconscious processes are always liveward and constructive. Your subconscious is the builder of your body and maintains all its vital functions. It is on the job 24 hours a day and never sleeps. It is always trying to help and preserve you from harm. Your subconscious mind is in touch with infinite life and boundless wisdom, and its impulses and ideas are always lifeward. The great aspirations, inspirations, and visions for a grander and nobler life spring from the subconscious. Your profoundest convictions are those you cannot argue about rationally because they do not come from your conscious mind. They come from your subconscious mind. Your subconscious speaks to you in intuitions, impulses, hunches, intimations, urges, and ideas. It is always telling you to rise, transcend, grow, advance, adventure, and move forward to greater heights. The urge to love, to save the lives of others, comes from the depths of your subconscious. For example, during the great San Francisco earthquake and fire of April 18, 1906, invalids and handicapped people who had been confined to bed for long periods of time rose up and performed amazing feats of bravery and endurance. The intense desire welled up within them to save others at all cost, and their subconscious responded accordingly. Great artists, musicians, poets, speakers, and writers tune in with their subconscious powers and become animated and inspired. Robin Louis Stevenson, before he went to sleep, used to charge his subconscious with the task of evolving stories for him while he slept. He was accustomed to ask his subconscious to give him a good marketable thriller whenever his bank account was low. Stevenson said the intelligence of his deeper mind gave him the story piece by piece like a serial. This shows how your subconscious will speak lofty and wise sayings through you that your conscious mind knows nothing about. Mark Twain confided to the world on many occasions that he never worked in his life. All his humor and all his great writings were the result of his ability to tap the inexhaustible reservoir of his subconscious mind. How the body portrays the workings of the mind. The interaction of your conscious and subconscious mind requires a similar interaction between the corresponding systems of nerves. The cerebrospinal or voluntary system is the organ of the subconscious or organ of the conscious mind. The autonomic system is the organ of the subconscious mind. The voluntary nervous system is the channel through which you receive conscious perception by means of your physical senses and exercise voluntary control over the movement of your body. This system has its control center in the cerebral cortex of the brain. The autonomic nervous system, sometimes referred to as the involuntary nervous system, has its centers of activity in other parts of the brain, including the cerebellum, the brainstem, and the amygdala. These organs have their own connections to the major systems of the body and support their vital functions even when conscious awareness is absent. The two systems may work separately or synchronously. For example, when a perception of danger arrives at the switching center in the cerebellum, messages are sent both to the conscious cortex and to the subconscious amygdala. The person's defensive abilities may start to respond to the danger even before the danger is consciously noticed and evaluated. A simple way of looking at the mental and physical interaction is to realize that your conscious mind grasps an idea that is parallel to a corresponding series of electrical impulses in your voluntary system of nerves. This in turn causes a similar current to be generated in your involuntary system of nerves, thus handing the idea over to your subconscious mind, which is the creative medium. This is how your thoughts become things. Every thought entertained by your conscious mind and accepted as true is sent by your cortex to the other organs of the brain that support your subconscious mind to be made into your flesh, to be brought forth into your world as a reality. There is an intelligence that takes care of the body. When you study the cellular system and the structure of the organs, such as eyes, ears, heart, liver, bladder, and so on, you discover that they consist of groups of cells that form a group intelligence that allows them to function together. They are able to take orders and carry them out in deductive function at the suggestion of the mastermind, conscious mind. A careful study of the single celled organism shows you what goes on in your complex body. Though the monocellular organism has no organs, it still gives evidence of mind action and reaction, performing the basic functions of movement, alimentation, assimilation, and elimination. Many say there is an intelligence that will take care of your body if you let it alone. This is true in a sense. The difficulty is that the conscious mind always interferes with its sensory evidence based on outer appearances. These lead to the way of false beliefs, fears, and mere opinion. When fears, false beliefs, and negative patterns are made to register in your subconscious mind, through psychological, emotional conditioning, there is no other course open to the subconscious mind except to act on the blueprint specifications offered it. The subconscious mind works continually for the common good. The subjective self within you works continuously for the general good, reflecting an innate principle of harmony behind all things. Your subconscious mind has its own will and it is very real in itself. It functions night and day, whether you will it or not. It is the builder of your body, but you cannot see, hear, or feel it building. All this is a silent process. Your subconscious has a life of its own that is always moving toward harmony, health, and peace. This is the divine norm within it, seeking expression through you at all times. How humans interfere with the innate principle of harmony. To think correctly, scientifically, we must know the truth. As the ancient saying puts it, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. To know the truth is to be in harmony with the infinite intelligence and power of your subconscious mind, which is always moving life work. Every thought or action that is not harmonious, whether through ignorance or design, will result in discord and limitation of all kinds. Scientists inform us that you build a new body every 11 months. So, from a physical standpoint, you are really only 11 months old. If you build defects back into your body by thoughts of fear, anger, jealousy, and ill will, you have no one to blame but yourself. You are the sum total of your own thoughts. You can keep from entertaining negative thought and imagery. The way to get rid of darkness is with light. The way to overcome cold is with heat. The way to overcome the negative thought is to substitute the good thought. Affirm the good, and the bad will vanish. Why it's normal to be healthy, vital, and strong, abnormal to be sick. The average child born into the world is perfectly healthy with all its organs functioning perfectly. This is the normal state, and we should remain healthy, vital, and strong. The instinct of self preservation is the strongest instinct of your nature, and it constitutes a most potent, ever present, and constantly operative truth inherent in your nature. All your thoughts, ideas, and beliefs must operate with greater potentiality when they are in harmony with the innate life principle in you, which is forever seeking to preserve and protect you along all lines. It follows from this that normal conditions can be restored with greater ease and certainty than abnormal conditions can be induced. It is abnormal to be sick. The condition of sickness simply means you are going against the stream of life and thinking negatively. The law of life is the law of growth. All nature testifies to the operation of this law by silently, constantly expressing itself in growth. Where there is growth and expression, there must be life. Where there is life, there must be harmony. And where there is harmony, there is perfect health. If your thought is in harmony with the creative principle of your subconscious mind, you are in tune with the innate principle of harmony. If you entertain thoughts that are not in accordance with the principle of harmony, these thoughts cling to you, harass you, worry you, and finally bring about disease. And if persisted in, possibly death. In the healing of disease, you must increase the inflow and distribution of the vital forces of your subconscious mind throughout your system. This can be done by eliminating thoughts of fear, worry, anxiety, jealousy, hatred, and every other destructive thought. These tend to tear down and destroy your nerves and glands body tissue that controls the elimination of all waste material and keeps the organism in a state of purity. Pott's disease cured. Pott's disease or tuberculosis of the spine used to be a terrible scourge of children. One child who contracted it was named Frederick Elias Andrews of Indianapolis, Indiana. The disease made him a twisted cripple who could not walk and had to go about on his hands and knees. His physician pronounced him incurable. Andrews refused to accept that verdict. He began to pray. He created his own affirmation, repeating it over and over many times a day and mentally observing the qualities he needed. I am more perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. He made this prayer the last utterance on his lips at night and the first in the morning. He prayed for others as well, sending out thoughts of love and health. This attitude of mind and way of prayer returned to him multiplied many times. His faith and perseverance paid off with big dividends. When thoughts of fear, anger, jealousy, or envy drew his attention, he would immediately start his counteracting force of affirmation going in his mind. His subconscious mind responded according to the nature of his habitual thinking. He became a strong, straight, well formed man. This is the meaning of the statement in the Bible. Go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole. How faith in your subconscious powers makes you whole. A young man who came to my lectures on the healing power of the subconscious mind had severe eye trouble. His ophthalmologist told him he would have to have a delicate, risky operation. After learning about the scientific basis of prayer, the young man said to himself, my subconscious made my eyes and it can heal me. Each night, as he went to sleep, he entered into a drowsy, meditative state, the condition akin to sleep. His attention was immobilized and focused on the eye doctor. He imagined the doctor was in front of him, and he plainly heard or imagined he heard the doctor saying to him, a miracle has happened. He heard this over and over again every night for 5 minutes so or so before going to sleep. 3 weeks later, he had another appointment with the ophthalmologist who had examined his eyes. The physician examined him again, then exclaimed, this is a miracle. What had happened? This man impressed his subconscious mind using the eye doctor as an instrument or means of convincing it and conveying the idea through repetition, faith, and expectancy. He impregnated his subconscious mind. His subconscious mind had made his eye. It held within it the perfect pattern or blueprint of the eye's normal, healthy structure. Once impregnated with the idea of restoring the eye to its healthy state, it immediately proceeded to heal the eye. This is another example of how faith in the healing power of your subconscious can make you whole. Pointers to review. Your subconscious is the builder of your body and is on the job 24 hours a day. You interfere with its life giving pattern by negative thinking. Charge your subconscious with the task of evolving an answer to any problem prior to sleep, and it will answer you. Watch your thoughts. Every thought accepted as true is sent by your conscious cortex to your subconscious brain structures and is brought into your world as a reality. Know that you can remake yourself by giving a new blueprint to your subconscious mind. The tendency of your subconscious is always lifeward. Your job is with your conscious mind. Feed your subconscious mind with premises that are true. Your subconscious is always reproducing according to your habitual mental patterns. You build a new body every 11 months. Change your body by changing your thoughts and keeping them changed. It is normal to be healthy, it is abnormal to be ill. That is within the innate principle of harmony. Thoughts of jealousy, fear, worry, and anxiety tear down and destroy your nerves and glands, bringing about mental and physical diseases of all kinds. What you affirm consciously and feel as true will be made manifest in your mind, body, and affairs. Affirm the good and enter into the joy of living. How to get the results you want? Not all prayers are answered. Everyone knows that. Skeptics see this as evidence that prayer does not work. What they overlook is that for prayer to work, it must be used effectively with a clear understanding of its scientific basis. Only then can we know why a particular prayer was not effective and arrive at a practical method to make it more effective. What if you find your prayers are not answered as you would like? What then? You must understand the principal reasons for such a failure. These are lack of confidence and too much effort. Many people block answers to their prayers by failing to fully comprehend the workings of the subconscious mind. When you know how your mind functions, you gain a measure of confidence. You must remember that whenever your subconscious mind accepts an idea, it immediately begins to execute it. It uses all its mighty resources to that end. It mobilizes all the mental and spiritual laws of your deeper mind. This law is true for good ideas, but it holds true for bad ideas as well. Consequently, if you use your subconscious mind negatively, it brings trouble, failure, and confusion. When you use it constructively, it brings guidance, freedom, and peace of mind. The right answer is inevitable when your thoughts are positive, constructive, and loving. From this, it is obvious that the only thing you have to do in order to overcome failure is to get your subconscious to accept your idea or request. Feel its reality now, and the law of your mind will do the rest. Turn over your request with faith and confidence, and your subconscious will take over and answer for you. Anytime you try to force your subconscious mind to do something for you, you will fail. The results you want will become more distant instead of closer. Your subconscious mind does not respond to mental coercion. It responds to your faith or conscious mind acceptance. Your failure to get results may also be a consequence of mentally making some statements as things are getting worse, I will never get an answer, I see no way out, it is hopeless, I don't know what to do, I am all mixed up. When you use such statements, you get no response or cooperation from your subconscious mind. Like a shoulder making time, you go neither forward nor backward. In other words, you don't get anywhere. Imagine that you got into a taxi and gave the driver a half dozen different directions. He would become hopelessly confused. He might refuse to take you anywhere. Even if he tried to follow your instructions, chances are he would not be able to. Where you would end up is anybody's guess. It is the same when working with the enormous powers of your subconscious mind. You must have a clear cut idea in your mind. You must arrive at the definite decision that there is a way out, a solution to the vexing problem in sickness. Only the infinite intelligence within your subconscious knows the answer. When you come to that clear cut conclusion in your conscious mind, your mind is then made up, and according to your belief, is it done unto you. Easy does it. A homeowner whose furnace broke down during a bitter cold snap called a repairman. The repairman came at once. Within half an hour, the furnace was working again. The repairman then gave the homeowner a bill for $30. What? The outraged homeowner exclaimed. It took you no time at all. All you did was replace one small part. How can you have the nerve to charge me $30 for a little gizmo that can't be worth more than $5? The repairman shrugged. I charged you only $2 for the broken part, he said. That's what I had to pay for it. The homeowner waved the bill in his face. $2, he yelled. This is 30. That's right, the repairman said. The other 20 is 28 is for knowing what was wrong and how to fix it. Your subconscious mind is the master mechanic, the all wise one. It knows the ways and means of healing any organ of your body. Decree health, and your subconscious will establish it. But relaxation is the key. Easy does it. Do not let yourself get bogged down in thinking about details and means. Know what the end result will be. Get the feel of the happy solution to your problem, whether it is health, finances, or personal relationships. Remember how you felt after you recovered from a serious illness. Bear in mind that your feeling is the touchstone of all subconscious demonstration. Your new idea must be felt subjectively in a finished state, felt not as something that may come to pass in the future, but as something that is actually coming to pass at this moment. Use imagination, not willpower. Enlisting the powers of your subconscious mind is not like pushing against an obstacle. Working harder does not lead to better results. Use no willpower. Instead, visualize the end and the state of freedom it produces. You will find your intellect trying to get in the way, trying to find ways to solve the problem and impose those ways on your subconscious. Resist this. Put away your intellectual problem solving skills. Persist in maintaining a simple, childlike, miracle making faith. Picture yourself without the ailment or problem. Imagine the emotional gratification of the freedom state you seek. Cut out all red tape from the process. The simple way is the best. How disciplined imagination works wonders. A wonderful way to get a response from your subconscious mind is through disciplined or scientific imagination. As we have seen, the subconscious mind is the architect and builder of the body. It controls all your vital functions. The Bible says, whatsoever you shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. To believe is to accept something as true, to live in the state of being it. As you sustain this mood, you shall experience the joy of the answered prayer. The three steps to success in prayer. Successful prayer requires three basic steps. Acknowledge or admit the problem. Turn the problem over to the subconscious mind, which alone knows the most effective solution or way out. Rest with a sense of deep conviction that it is done. Doubts and hesitations only weaken your prayer. Do not say to yourself, I wish I could be healed, or I hope this works. Your feeling about the work to be done sets the tone. Harmony is yours. Know that health is yours. You become effective by becoming a vehicle for the infinite healing power of the subconscious mind. Pass on the idea of health to your subconscious mind with complete conviction. Then relax. Give yourself over to its power. Say to the condition and circumstance, this too shall pass. Through relaxation and conviction, you impregnate your subconscious mind. This enables the kinetic energy behind the idea to take over and bring it into concrete realization. What you may get, the opposite of what you pray for. Emile Clow was a celebrated French psychologist whose lectures gained him many admirers and followers in the United States. One of his important insights was this: when your desires and imagination are in conflict, your imagination invariably gains the day. He referred to this as the law of reverse effort. Suppose you were asked to walk along a narrow plank that was resting on the floor, you would do it easily, without question. But now, suppose the same plank were 20 feet up, stretching between two walls. Would you walk it? Could you? Probably not. Your desire to walk the length of the plank would come into conflict with your imagination. You would imagine yourself toppling off the plank and falling a long way to the ground. You might very much want to walk across the plank, but your fear of falling would keep you from being able to do it. The more effort you put into conquering your imagination or suppressing it, the greater strength is given to the dominant idea of falling. The thought, I will use my willpower to overcome my failure, reinforces the thought of failure. Mental effort often leads to self defeat, creating the opposite of what is desired. To focus on the need to exert willpower is to emphasize the condition of powerlessness. It is like deciding that you will do all you can not to think of a green hippopotamus. The decision makes the idea of a green hippo dominate the mind, and the subconscious always responds more to the dominant idea. Your subconscious will accept the stronger of two contradictory propositions. Maybe you find yourself thinking, I want a healing. Why can't I get it? I try so hard. Why don't I get results? I must force myself to pray harder. I must use all the willpower I have. You must realize where your error lies. You are trying too hard. Never try to compel the subconscious mind to accept your idea by exercising willpower. Such attempts are doomed to failure. All too often, you end up getting the opposite of what you prayed for. The effortless way is better. Have you ever had something like this happen to you? You have to take an examination of some kind. You have put in a lot of time studying and reviewing the material. You feel as if you know it well. But when you face a blank exam page, you find that your mind is even more blank. All your knowledge of the subject has suddenly deserted you. You can't recall a single relevant thought. You grit your teeth and summon all the powers of your will, but the harder you try, the farther the knowledge seems to flee. Frustrated, you leave the examination room. The mental pressure eases. Suddenly, the answers you are hunting for so desperately a few minutes ago flow tantalizingly back into your mind. You told yourself you know the material, and sure enough, you did, but not when you needed to. The mistake you made was to try to force yourself to remember. By the law of reversed effort, this led not to success, but to failure. What you got was the opposite of what you asked or prayed for. Um, Monica ji and Meena ji, I am just stopping the reading here. And the next topic is the conflict of desire and imagination must be resolved. We can do it in next session.
Thank you very much, Vaniji. Thank you. And what are your views, your reflection over the topics you just finished?
My reflection is to not to force the thoughts, and if it is not working out, take it easy. That's the topic itself. So we have to be relaxed and kind of rather than forcing the subconscious mind, we have to do it in a way which is scientific, as suggested in the chapter. Using the scientific methods, being relaxed and applying the positive thoughts, you can make it happen. Whenever there is negative thoughts, you have to counter it with the positive affirmations, then only it will happen. And they were also mention of about two parts of your brain, kind of cortex and amygdala. So cortex will be the one which is kind of then which is handling the nervous system, whereas amygdala is kind of some it's related to the subconscious mind and all those stuff. So based on scientific facts, if we form our affirmations and whatever thing you are trying to achieve, you can achieve. And there were examples of the curing, especially the spinal tuberculosis. That is very amazing thing. I was kind of amazed. How could it be? So it was so nice with examples and all those stuffs. And it's a good read to understand the workings of subconscious mind.
Thank you very much, Vani ji, for sharing your reflection. This book is means outstanding book. When we read it, the topics are so deep. Like even so many time when we do the session, it always recommended that with the calm mind you can manifest good things. With the exhausted mind, with frustrated mind, you will manifest clutter for yourself, because what happening is you are not relaxed, your nervous system is not calm, and what happening is you are in the process of finishing the task, right? You want that, why it is delaying, I want it now, you don't have the patience, right? And here how beautifully the the author mentioned with the examples, that the more calm and relaxed you are, the more you are able to plan accordingly in advance. The things will work or not, doesn't work, but when you are calm, you are in acceptance. You're not like he gave the example of examination paper, because when you were reading you were like, oh, this will come, like, let me read it, read it. What happening is you are just repeating the words, you're not understanding the words. But whereas if like right now you were reading and we were listening to it, we were listening to it with a full awareness what the author is referring here, and from that we grasp these things. This is the way we have to means whenever we manifest something, we need to be focused towards the subject and object, rather than on the result side. Because when I am thinking result oriented thing, so then what I have a high expectation, right? When you have a high expectation, then you want to achieve it. And where even if you are going smoothly, you're saying, okay, let me learn this step by step, let me go relax, yeah. You remember everything, like the tuberculosis you just mentioned, how that person cured themselves, and about the person who have the eye problem, how that person healed himself, and so many other reflections Joseph Murphy gave here. It We all are unique in our own way, and we all have special gifts, the special techniques we can use in our daily life to make the things work for us. See the miracles happening, people are getting cured from diseases, from other kind of situations. So many times we even see the inspirational videos where I know about one lady. She was she don't have the legs, and now she teaches everyone on I forget the name of the lady. And she is on wheelchair, and she said when she was on the track, ants were eating her legs and everything she was seeing. But she said, in my mind I was like, I'm alive, I'm alive. Means she was kind of aware what happened to her. And even after losing her feet, she said, I when I was in hospital, I was always visualizing myself here doing something, right? And today she is an inspiration for all. And how if in the same situation other person will think, oh, I don't have legs, I can't walk, that person might go to the depression or means in another mental state, right? But whereas is she been through that struggle, but even though taking it as a thing like I can't do it, she used her subconscious mind power, that everything is possible for me. And this is the beautiful book, where author is saying how prayers, your faith, your trust within yourself, and whatever you are doing, if you're continuously doing it without thinking about the result, we can fail one time, two time, 10 time, right? But and in the end, when you will see back where you did the mistakes, those mistakes will be very helpful for you for your future manifestations, for future things. That, oh, and sometimes we manifest something with a very calm and relaxed mind, and we are not even expecting it, and suddenly that thing happened. Then, well, I am getting surprised, like how come this happened, right? Because those things you didn't manifest when you were panic, when you are so much attached with the things, when you were like frustrated. You did it like, okay, for example, tomorrow is my exam, let me go revise it, let me go with the headings, and let me watch few videos, or let me highlight some of the important lines. And that way, okay, if this line will come, okay, this line goes with this particular question, right? It describes about some particular thing. That way, when we start learning something, it it works. It works because you give that command to, the imagination visualization technique, he said. Whenever there are exams, if the students means there are pictures in the book, like sometimes the kids, they don't remember what is the phrases there, but with the picture they know that, oh, how I have to describe it. I saw the picture, I know, okay, I can now explain it nicely. Visualization is also very good. Visualization, why it is very important? Being a human being, we think very limited about our thing, and we use very little part of our brain to work, means, whereas we have so much potential. Elon Musk, and so many other scientists, everyone, they have the same brain like us, but their power of subconscious mind, Dr. Joe Dispenza, but they use their subconscious mind through visualization. They make those things happen, which is maybe in the beginning people were like, no, this is not possible, right? So visualization technique is also very important, which give us to think out of the box. When we do meditation, yesterday evening session, there was few ladies who got healed during the session. Astral surgery happened during the session. So they, if they have that faith and they know that masters are working, that's why that was possible. Otherwise, normally, if we think the things, I might think like, oh, now we are reading, even maybe some of you, before reading through this, for you it is also a barrier, no, it can't be possible. But when you're reading it, you're like, oh, really? How these people, means tuberculosis, the person healed themselves. And even in the past readings also, outstanding example given by the doctor, especially the ring. The son gave the ring to the father, and overnight he cured himself. So faith, prayer, everything works, but it works when you have the true intention, and when you have that mindset that I'm giving command to my subconscious mind, and to be in alignment with the things which are good for me and for my highest and highest good. Most of the time, what happen is like, we are, if someone say eat healthy food, maybe I don't like to eat healthy. I'm more attracted to junk food. The same way is our subconscious and conscious mind. Our conscious mind is so much programmed. We do the same activities, we like the same kind of things, because we are used to with that. We are very comfortable, we can say, right? But when you have to work on your to see the power of your subconscious mind, you need to think out of the box. You have to explore other side of your brain, that why I'm thinking that time that way. And it's the same things Babaji is mentioning us in unified book. In the morning we had these topics, and in the evening is the same. So it is giving kind of the same questions answer, like day and night the same things are coming in front of me. But am I changing myself with these thoughts, or I'm still means thinking that I'm lacking in something? So thank you very much, Vaniji, for reading today's uh, chapters. And this book is outstanding. I love the author Joseph Murphy, the way he explained, and it make it very simple. He shared the studies of different people here, na? And when we know that it happened, that person been through this and that person overcome, why won't I won't, na?
So positive. The book is very positive.
Very,
It's
very,
really
very
very
positive.
positive.
Yeah. And we have to be in that positive mindset. So there is nothing negative, nothing positive. Look, right now we are in UK. Here it is night, but in other parts of the world it's day, it's midday, it's kind of morning time, right? And for them that is their reality, and for us this is our reality. So no one is right, no one is wrong, but the only thing is how I am using that information. Am I taking that information to accept it, or am I giving my mind this, like, no, 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 I am in UK, whatever the weather, whatever the time is here, entire world time zone is the same. Then I am like playing with my subconscious mind. I'm not using the powers I'm holding within myself. So thank you very much, Vaniji. And anyone else wants to share anything? Yeah,
Monica Jadmavandan.
Atma.
Yes, thank you, Vaniji. Monica Ji, what a beautiful, beautiful chapters. To me, I've learnt in this session that at the beginning, I think you mentioned, Joseph, that there was a group of handicapped people who weren't well abled, and they all got together and they were able to fight or do something which was above what was expected of them because they were trying to help and support others. So, despite their physical impairments, they were able to fight together. So, that just shows, even though physically they weren't able to, the power of the mind, the power of unity and to want to help and support one another made them do what they needed to do. So, in the same way, we can also learn from that example. Is what I thought was really interesting. And the second thing was the power of visualization. I think that is absolutely key, whether it's an exam, whether it's a test. If you can visualize yourself of how you'd feel, what your senses would be doing, who you tell the good news, it's almost like you're pre programming your subconscious as if you're already there in the current moment. And that really does help. I think in the past, when I've had job interviews, I've psyched myself up thinking, I've already got the job, I'm doing this. And this is where I'll sit. This is my office. This is my mug cup I'll be holding. This is my window. Just pretend, almost pretend play, imaginative play, but it's setting the scene. And by doing that, your subconscious mind thinks you're already there. And that has really, really helped me when I've managed to secure jobs and get through interviews purely by just believing myself that I can do this. And that other example I gave the other day about winning a fitness competition, purely because I was motivating everybody else, saying, you can do this, you can do this. And by pushing everyone else, it rubbed off on me. I was the last one to go with everything. And I really, really encouraged everybody. And that positivity fell back on me. So what you give out to others, I think returns back to you tenfold. So yeah, hats off, Munikaji Babaji. Honestly, I love this book. I can't tell you how much and how inspirational this is in every way. So wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Meenali. Thank you very much. When you were sharing about the handicapped people, recently I watched some talent show. It was where these old people were handicapped. They were deaf also, and they were not able to talk. And when they played the music with the rhythm, when the floor vibrate, they performed so well, and it was shocking to watch as well. And they mentioned that we don't need your sympathy, we are just means give us number according to our performance. Yeah, don't judge us because we are not physically fit. And the judges were like, they said, you know what, the words you just said, you're already a winner,
Mm-hmm.
because you are not like you are not means thinking from the perspective of sympathy. You are showing people that even though with the disabilities, these kind of severe disabilities, you can still perform and do. And means everyone have was like someone was disabled, some other have, means they all are in have the disability, and the performance they did was outstanding. Even everyone was so shocked that they can't means hear it, they can't speak, how can they go with the rhythm, how then they said, you know, they did the practice with the counting, with the
Mm-hmm.
count, and everyone was so perfect, and they performed so well. So so many things, like we have to learn from these people who are still happy with whatever they have. They are not like thinking this way that I'm lacking in something. They have that willpower within them. And in today's chapter also, that it is mentioned, no, it's your willpower
Mm-hmm.
is which take you to the next level. Because
Yes.
if I give up, who is going to do the things for me? Like you said, you were motivating others, on the same time you were actually motivating yourself
Mm-hmm. Without realizing it, yeah.
without realizing it. And when we, you know, that's why they always it is mentioned that always push others, inspire others. When you are inspiring others, actually you are inspiring yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And on the top, when we show gratitude, gratitude also adds so many things to our life.
Mm.
it
And
it,
that,
it, it change our
mm,
life.
and that lady you mentioned, I forgot her name, but I think I've seen the WhatsApp videos of it, and she actually ended up adopting a child, from what I remember. Even though she was physically, she couldn't walk, she managed to adopt a child because her husband left her through a car accident. And she fought through, and now she has like seminars and talks people through and pushes people to think, think big and think outside the box and actually change their whole life through positive thinking. I can't think of her name, but I do remember she adopted a son as well, and she managed to bring a son up because she always wanted a baby, and she managed it even though she couldn't actually walk. I don't know how she did it, but she did. If it's the same lady. Mm.
So this shows us that how when you take any responsibility, even in this situation, she knows she can do it,
Mm.
because your own mind is your barrier, and you are your own limit.
Mm.
No one say that you, even Babaji says you are perfect image of God. You are thinking you are limited. You are not thinking beyond. You are not thinking out of your out of box. You are in your comfort zone. What the word I think is a comfort zone, because where I know everything is, you know, easily available to me.
Mm.
And hats off to these people showing
Mm.
us that
Mm.
even though in these kind of in situations they are performing so well.
Mm. Mm.
And we are so fortunate, we have family and everything. There are orphans, there are other kids who don't have that kind of support, but
Mm.
some of them um, they perform, you know, and they shock the world with their subconscious mind abilities.
Mm. Mm.
So this book is so much means changing our perspective regarding everything, and on the same time giving us idea how to think in and act in every situation.
Mm. Mm.
So thank you, Vani ji, and thank you, Meena ji. Let's do 5 minutes quick meditation.
Mm.
Please sit in a comfortable meditative posture. Cross your legs, clasp your fingers into fingers, and gently close your eyes. And when you are inhaling and exhaling, Just feel completely relaxed and calm. Calm body, calm mind, calm nervous system. And instead of your brain, think of a vision board. And this vision board is completely blank. Write down what you want or what you want to achieve in your life. It could be anything, like your bucket list, your heart's desire. You want to achieve something, your personal growth, professional growth. It could be anything. Write down at least 5 things. And any of them, which is the most important one, in this moment, you already achieved it. See yourself doing that activity or achieving it, whatever. And everyone is clapping for you, very happy for you. Well done, you did it. Congratulations. Now say to yourself, I am proud of you. You did it. I am proud of you. You did it. I am proud of you. You did it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now slowly, slowly open your eyes. Thank you. Thank you, Vanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love and light. Thank you. Thank you, Meena ji. Thank you. Love and light, love and light. You can manifest anything by just thinking about that thing that, yes, I got it. Well done. Everything is possible. You did it. I'm proud of yourself. Well done. Well done. You did it. Thank you. Whenever you feel low, just say to yourself, well done. I'm really proud of you. I'm very happy for you. Keep doing what you're doing. Well done. Well done. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.